So as we talk today, the topic is humanization, yeah? What does that mean to you? When you hear that, what do you think about? What do you expect? And when we go through difficult situations, whether we see things that are very traumatic or experience those, or maybe we are part of causing trauma to someone else, okay? What happens? We shut down, yeah? Our mind does that as a protective action to save ourselves. Hmm? If you see people who are our first responders, our police, our firemen, many of you soldiers here who are the first ones on the scene, you're not worried about your emotions at that time. Hmm? If you were, you wouldn't be rushing toward danger. Hmm? If firemen were afraid of the fire and thinking about that fear, they would not be going into the buildings to save people, yeah? It would stop us. So to be able to do the activity we need to do, our emotions shut down, and that's protective for us. For those of you who have been at home while your soldier has been in the field with battle, I am sure there are times where you've had to shut emotions down to be able to move through the day. Hmm? Because otherwise the worry, the fear, the stress, whatever it is you're experiencing would just take over. Hmm? You ever have that? Hmm? And so it's a protection. But when we come out of that dangerous situation is when now we need to look at, okay, what's inside there? Hmm? To be able to, get back to where we were, to be human, to be able to have emotions, to be able to experience the wide range of emotions that we all hold. So what we want to do is, for a little while today, is to first of all begin identifying emotions, okay? Those of you who are in the military, I'm not going to pretend to know your training, but I would like to hear from you, okay? What training have you been given? What was instilled in you, whether it was from day one at boot camp or in the field? What was there to tell you to close down your emotion and not think or not feel?
Ani wewe kwako hakuna kitu mbaya. Kila kitu ni sawa. So hakuna kitu unaweza tenda.
Or expected to say anything.
To be a machine and do what you're told.
Something like that.
But not to question anything or even to react, yeah? Mm-hmm. You just do. Okay. How is that message given? How were you taught that? Is it through things that are said, things that are done to you?
Na punishment mingi. Ukijaribu ku raise issues, kiboko tu na punishment mingi.
That punishment is very effective, yeah?
Very.
Mm-hmm. They're guessing that even sometimes there were probably examples made of other people. So you saw other people get the punishment, and it was also feeling like it was coming to you too, yeah?
Una uwezi express feelings zao kwa watu, yale mafunzo unapewa pale. Juu ukiingia day one, ukianza training, hakuna vile unaweza negotiate na mwenye anakufunza. Kenye chochote tu ambacho anakwambia unafuata juu. Hawezi yeye ndiye ako always right. Sasa ukifunzwa mpaka ufuate vile anakueleza, huwezi negotiate na yeye.
comes back to then when you've been dehumanized and the dignity is taken from you, yeah? They're always right, even if they may be wrong. You can't speak. So your opinion no longer matters, yeah? Mm.
I can also say something about that. Their training and our training is different. So for officers, there is no physical aggression. But in terms of having everything taken away from you, that is true. I nowadays call it a form of radicalization. And for myself as a specialist, you are accepted because of your educational background. And when you get there, you deal with people who are illiterate, others are semi-illiterate. They've actually been taught to be trainers by being taught to. They can't write, they can't read. And this person comes to you and tells you, iyo masomo yako mingi mingi, uchukue weke kwa kit bag. Basically it's like, my psychology has no place in basic training. I should just stuff it in my bag. And from then on, it's just about, breaking us down, basically dignifying us, and them enjoying the confusion that we go through, especially for people who see themselves as educated and learned. And, if I may just share one experience that I'll never forget. The first day, so we are from our living quarters and we were assembled. And this guy comes and says, watu waingie maji. So we look at him, it's not raining, it's a bright sunny day. We don't know what he's talking about. Then by then we had learned, or we were getting to learn, you just can't ask a question. So somebody says, what are you talking about? Explain yourself, like, don't be daft. So the person was marked. So the guy repeats again. Nitasema watu waingie maji. We don't know what you're talking about. Then he says, go to the bathroom and take a shower. Okay, so people go back to the living quarters to get undressed to go to the shower. He says, no, I didn't say you should undress. I said, get wet. So how do we get wet if we are not showering? And how do we get wet without taking our clothes off? What is this guy talking about? And the guy is just enjoying himself. And so he says, no, now the way you are, just go to the shower. So we go to the shower. Then he says, stand under the shower. Open it. What is wrong with this man? And he's like, that's what I'm talking about. So everybody gets wet. And then we come out. And everybody's wet. And everybody's looking at each other like, what are we doing here? What nonsense is this? Then now on top of that, now the guy says, watu waingie matope. We are like, oh, come on, you're becoming ridiculous. What are you talking about? And so the person who asked the question becomes the person who is taught the lesson. So he's made to stand in front of all of us, and then he's told to lie down, and he's told to roll. And we are like, you have to be kidding. We're not children anymore. What are you talking about? But at the end of it all of us were rolling while wet in the soil, and we became muddy. And we only, you're only issued with one pair of a top and a bottom that you can change. The rest you use it to lay it on your on your bed. Inaitwa full kit. Yeah. So every morning, so you have to like wash your shirt and your bottom, which is a short, every end of day. And if you don't dry it, and it has to be clean. And could you imagine the top is white? And they make you do that stuff. So it has to be clean by morning, and it has to be dry. Nobody cares how you do it. So you have one set of everything. One set of everything. So people used to sleep naked. People used to, crazy things like those things.
Was there a purpose for the disciplining and the punishment? And I don't even know what to call that.
I don't know
But
either.
the
Purpose.
dehumanization that went on.
They say,
Do
they
you see
actually
it?
have a term. They say, tunakutoa uraia.
Mhm.
We are extracting your civilianness. But it's not civilianness, it's humanity.
Lakini pia naweza sema hivi, mimi pande yangu sasa naweza sema bila hiyo huwezi kuwa askari.
Ah,
Baadaye ndo utakuja ku appreciate.
I agree.
Bila hiyo huwezi kuwa askari.
I totally agree with you.
Baadaye sasa unaona ukiwa training unasemanga huyu instructor nikimpata huyu
Tamu.
unaona siku ya pass out, siku ya mwisho. Unajua sasa siku ya mwisho after pass out unafanywa party. Ule instructor alikuwa anakuumiza. Hebu imagine unaweza ndo unanunulia pombe mingi. Yaani baadaye unakuja ku appreciate, unajua jamaa alikuwa anamsaidia.
It's true, I agree.
Si ndio madam?
No, it's true. Like when we went to the battle camp in Ginyang, and I remember we had to walk over 70 kilometers, over 45 degrees Celsius, and you're carrying your kit, you're carrying your weapon, it's fully loaded, you know. And one thing I had learned that far from the many route marches and what was, in the morning drink water until your stomach is this big. But during the course of the day, don't drink any water. And I remember being so thirsty then, but being able to not drink water. And so we were doing some of the exercises, you know, by section. And so we were lying down and we were crawling, and then I was so thirsty. And then I felt something on my belly, and I put my hand in my pouch and I came out with an orange, and I was like, hallelujah. I don't even know how it got there. So I remember looking at that orange and thinking how, and you know, it was in Ginyang, and you know, the soil is red, and you know, we had been crawling, and I had, of course I didn't have fingernails, and I had dirt inside my nails, and I held this orange like this, and then in my mind, I started thinking about the way I wash my hands, then I wash the orange. But it was at that point where, what are you exactly going to do with the water? Wash your hands. That's dumb. That is, when I finished that orange, is when I said to myself, they have killed me. That's when I knew whatever they were attempting to achieve, they had achieved with me. I ate that orange with my dirty hands, with the dirty orange. I ate it with the peelings. And I
Like
finished
an
it.
apple.
Yes, like an apple. And I finished. And I was like, yeah, what's next? And life continued. So yeah, I mean, I agree with him that it helps you. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Like, prioritize, how do I survive this very moment? Not how I feel about dirty nails or, anyway, I can talk already. Get quiet.
What?
I can tell you stories.
So it does have a purpose. The problem is if we shut down that humanity in every situation, okay? So for the training, you do have to be broken down and then built back up, okay? Because the training is to prepare you for combat. I'm not sure if anything truly can, from what I hear, but they're trying very hard, okay? And in fact, if you really want to train somebody well, you overtrain, okay? So you make things worse than what they might experience, okay? And that has a purpose. It's protective, it unites people. But then when you come out of that situation, how do you turn that back on again, yeah? And become human again. And I almost pointed here because you were here when you said it, now you moved, to get back into the world. And that's what we want to work on a bit this morning.